Welcome back to Salt Lake. If you have not seen the other Salt Lake videos, I will link them below, or I'll probably have them in a playlist and put them below. This is day 3. We are going to do some retail arbitrage. I don't know what I'm going to title this because I'm searching for stuff to sell on Amazon and eBay. So it's kind of like a dual situation. This is a very big shopping center. This is like a TJ Maxx home goods combo. There's Kohl's, there's Ross over there. So we're probably going to hit up a couple places. Mom is in the back. I should actually be quiet because Zane is also back here and he's asleep. So let's go shopping, grab a snack. It's probably going to be a long one, and let's see what we can find. I have not had much luck thrifting here. I'm going to go to Savers after this, and I'll put that as a separate video. So if you enjoy these like travel shop with me videos, subscribe, and let's do this. All right, friends. First up, this TJ Maxx had an amazing beauty section, and all of this stuff you're seeing is clearance. I love sourcing here for Amazon, for eBay. I just find a lot of stuff that's been discontinued or things that are really hard to find. So I always say if you're a newer seller to Amazon, scan everything. You may not be ungated to sell some beauty products, but some of them you might be ungated. And if you cannot sell them on Amazon, you can sell anything on eBay and Poshmark. So definitely hit up the beauty section, especially the clearance section in these discount stores. I ended up getting about 12 things. I will tell you more about this towards the end of the video. This is one of my favorite perfumes. I did end up buying that. I love the Sarah Jessica, what is it called? Lovely. I don't know if she's come out with any other perfumes, but it's a very popular scent. So if you find it, scan it, or maybe sell it on eBay and Poshmark. I love it. All right, so I moved on to clothing. This store had a lot of very trendy, newer pieces from Free People, Cloth and Stone, a couple other brands that I'll tell you about that I ended up picking up. I always say, you guys, don't just pick things up because it's Free People and you think it's a great price. Like James Purse, this shirt, brand new, probably retailed for something like 200 bucks. Very expensive brand. I cannot give James Purse away. I don't even buy it, you guys, anymore on Dollar Day unless it's something that's more unique, because I always tell you guys, it's kind of sad that these things retail for so much, but the resale value just is awful. So I always say, especially if you're a newer reseller, definitely look up comps, look up the exact style that you are going to buy, and don't just get excited because a shirt that retails for 200 is 35 at TJ Maxx. That does not mean that you're going to be able to sell it for 200 bucks, for 100 bucks. You may not even be able to sell it for 35 what you paid for it. So a lot of this stuff, you guys, I pass on. 7 for All Mankind, a lot of Free People. I did end up picking up a couple things, but I'll tell you about that later. So I passed on a lot of this stuff, but I think if you're shopping for yourself, great place to get higher end retail pieces at a great price. I do end up picking up a Tahari shirt that I'm going to show you in a minute. But yeah, really cute stuff. This was the first store. First of all, they have House of Harlow. I've never seen House of Harlow in Los Angeles at TJ Maxx. Maybe I'll eat my words and they'll start carrying it soon, but I was really excited. I'm pretty sure, isn't that Nicole Richie's brand? It's a really popular brand. They sell it at Revolve. I've sold a couple pieces on Poshmark and a lot on eBay. I then hit up the clearance section. This TJ Maxx, what I was going to say, gave me hope that maybe I would find some good things in Salt Lake, because you guys know the 2 days before this, I had been thrifting, I had been to Nordstrom Rack, and I was having a lot of trouble. So I was just thinking, maybe I'm not going to score here, but this TJ Maxx gave me hope because they had trendy pieces, they had things at really good prices. I didn't find anything in the clearance section to resell. A lot of it was like just TJ Maxx brands that they carry. Nothing that had any good resale value. But I did end up picking up this Tahari shirt for myself. It's a size medium. I probably should have gotten a small. It's very oversized. 100% linen. I'm going to leave that black tag. I'm leaving it on, or I will save it and resell this shirt when I'm done with it if I do not trash it. I'm a very messy person. So I don't know if that shirt's going to make it very long, but I just wanted something nice and light and loose weight. And I actually do okay selling Tahari on ThreadUp, and occasionally, not often, the Real will take it from me, but they do usually take a similar brand I pick up is Theory. If I find Theory at the bins or on Dollar Day, I will send it to the Real. It's like a 50-50 chance. Sometimes they take it, sometimes they don't. They don't price it up, but like I said, if I'm getting it for $2 or less, it's a great find. So just thought I'd share that. But I did pick up that Tahari for myself. Kendall and Kylie, I pick up at the bins or on Dollar Day because people like it. But I know that there's different ones that like are more expensive, and then there's some that are just not as expensive. I don't know the different diffusions, you guys, but if I find it for cheap enough, I do pick it up occasionally. Moved on to the athletic section, and I scanned a bunch of barcodes for Amazon. I am ungated at Amazon, I should say, in Nike, Adidas, all that stuff. So I love checking out the men's section specifically for Amazon, the men's athletic section. I pick up a lot of Champion, a lot of Nike, a lot of Adidas. Like I said, I could do an ungating guide for you guys. It's just really time consuming, but maybe one day I'll actually get to that. It was definitely worthwhile for me to get ungated in those brands because I sell them quite a bit. But at this store, I did not find much in the men's clothing. Actually, their men's section was pretty small. This is one of the reasons I'm not the biggest fans of these TJ Maxx / Home Goods stores because they kind of cut the TJ Maxx in half, so there's not as much inventory there. And while I do like Home Goods, I was not going to be purchasing any Home Goods at this location and then shipping it back to Los Angeles. That just wasn't going to happen. So moved on to shoes. One thing I loved about this location, they had a ton of activewear shoes, a ton of hiking shoes. They even had like some fishing like boots and stuff. I love selling this stuff. I did look up comps on these and those were only selling for $50 new online. I looked up these Avalanche. The comps on those were only like 50 to 60, so I passed on those and they were very heavy. I'm going to show you. I have on these Timberland 100% leather boots that I got from the Nordstrom anniversary sale. I think I paid $150. I'm not sure. I will link them down below. I do recommend them. They're actually snow boots, you guys. They're meant for you to wear them in the snow. They are comfortable. I did hike 9 miles in them, but I wouldn't recommend hiking in them. Like these are not hiking shoes at all, but they're great winter boots if you get a lot of snow. They're very heavy, they're very hefty, and your feet will stay dry. So I'll link them down below. I wore those basically my entire trip. Blink NYC. I don't pick this brand up anymore, but I have never seen a floral embroidered coat from them before. So I was trying to look up comps on this exact style and I could not find anyone that had it listed, which made me tempted to buy it at 40 bucks because I think I probably could have sold this for $100, but I couldn't find any sold comps and I was like, you know what? I've had such bad luck with this brand, you guys. I think their jackets are awesome. I own a couple, but the resale value just sucks. Okay, friends, just left the Home Goods TJ Maxx situation. I ended up spending $77, but I got a ton of stuff in the clear. Oh my God, look at the background, friends. Can you see the mountains? I got a ton of stuff in the clearance section. Also, people are walking by. It's really awkward filming here because people just stare at you like, what are you doing? I'm just waiting for them to walk by. Anyways, I've got to get back to LA where people don't stare at me like I'm crazy for filming. I don't care though. I keep filming. I just try not to get people. I got a ton of stuff in the beauty section, you guys, and it was such a good price. I showed you some of the pricing that it's worth it even to ship it home or to put it in my luggage or something because it was just such a good steal. So I got like 12 things in the beauty section. I showed you that Tahari top that I got for myself. I got some House of Harlow stuff, which I don't think I've ever seen House of Harlow at TJ Maxx in LA. Maybe they have it now, but I go to TJ Maxx pretty frequently, so that was pretty exciting. I've sold a couple of House of Harlow pieces from my Revolve palette, so I was excited to find that. I have to get out of this parking lot and stop filming. I'm just gonna talk to you guys in the car because I can't deal with the stairs. So we're going to go to Ross. Hold on, let me flip the camera around. I can't get over like the views here, friends. It's just beautiful. We're gonna go to that Ross right there and search for more stuff. I don't know. I don't have the best of luck with finding stuff to buy to sell on Amazon at Ross, but I do better for finding things for eBay and Poshmark. So we'll check that out. I was gonna check out this store right here called Zurchers because I thought maybe it was like a grocery store, but if you can see, it says party, costume, and wedding. And of course, I want to freaking go to Ulta, but I'm not going to because I just did an online Ulta order like 2 weeks ago. So Ross, here we come. And then later on this evening, I'm gonna hit up Savers because it's huge and it's our last full day here. So I wanna make the most of it. So let's. Okay, spoiler alert, this Ross was pitiful. This is exactly what we saw when we first walked in the door, and I just knew it was going to be a bad sign. I don't know what's going on with Ross in Salt Lake City because TJ Maxx is not having any supply issues, but the Rosses that I went to, I think I went to 3, all of them were like this, you guys. So Ross, and it's not even I think, I asked employees and they told me they're having supply chain issues. I did a wider shot just so you could see how sad this was. They told me that. So I would say if you're in the Salt Lake area, maybe stick to TJ Maxx. I don't know. I did find some stuff in the beauty section for myself, but I mean, the whole store was like this, you guys. They did have some shoes in the women's shoe section, but they were all stuff like Daisy Fuentes. Do you guys remember her from like when I was really, really young? I feel like I used to see her on MTV back when MTV did like music videos. Anyway, she does clothing and stuff now. Horrible resale value. I mean, the stuff is super affordable retail, so why would people pay a lot resale? Hunter socks, I actually love selling. I got a bunch of these in my Quick Lots half pallet. Sold super fast, but I think I sold them for 20 bucks, so I wasn't going to pay 13 for them. And as you can see, the box was open and pretty beat up. So the most shoes they had were in the women's section, but like I said, nothing to resell at all. Yeah, it was just, I don't know. I do not have the best luck at Ross for Amazon, at least. I do in Los Angeles find a ton of stuff for eBay and Poshmark and occasionally Amazon in Los Angeles. So if you live in the LA area, I definitely recommend sourcing at Ross. Salt Lake City, absolutely not. Good place though to shop for beauty products for yourself. I'm looking at my baby monitor right now and Zane has just woken up from a 2-hour nap. So I'll have to cut this voiceover pretty quick, but I did scan these Skechers. You see they were charging 40. They were only selling online for 40 to 50 bucks. I put those back. I do like picking up Skechers though if I can get them at a good price. I saw these shoes and I was like, oh, red bottoms, that's interesting. It was some random brand. I didn't even find the price. Yeah, passing on those. I mean, the rest of the shoe just looked a mess. There's my mom and Zane pulling up to see what's going on. So I don't know why I stayed so long. Well, I know. I stayed so long in the shoe area because I was just like, I don't think I'm going to find anything in the clothing area. And this is exactly what happened, friends. I found nothing in the shoe area at all. I didn't even film in the clothing section because it was just so sad, you guys. I got absolutely no clothing. I did check out the children's shoe section because a lot of my friends tell me that they score big time selling children's shoes. They buy them at like Ross, TJ Maxx, and flip them for a great profit. But I did check out a couple comps in the shoes and no luck there. I didn't have the patience to look through the baby stuff. Another place I recommend checking out like toddlers, older kids' clothing, shoes, because a lot of people make really good money flipping that stuff, you guys. So definitely check it out. Moved on to the beauty section. I found a bunch of stuff for myself. Just a recommendation if you're looking for a new body lotion, $7 for this Manna Kadar lotion, and it was huge, you guys, 33 ounces. Total score. I love this stuff. It smells so good. So keep a lookout in your Ross. I always mispronounce this brand. Kores, whatever. Great brand. That brand new is probably like 50 bucks, 40 to 50 bucks. So I feel like this is a good place to source beauty stuff for maybe eBay or Amazon if you're ungated. But I scanned a bunch of stuff, didn't find anything, and I ended up just picking up a body wash for myself. It is the brand Rituals. If I can find it down below, I'll link it. What? If I can find it online, I'll link it down below. I love Rituals. They make great body products. It's a bit pricey, so if I find it at a discount store on Amazon, I pick it up. So I picked this up and I left this Ross because it was just really sad. So let's go in the car and I'll tell you the rest. Okay, friends, you might hear Zane or my mom talking. We just left Ross. As you can see from the footage in there, not much going on, and the stuff that they did have was a mess. I think I can make a judgment call after 3 days of thrifting and doing retail arbitrage. A couple places I didn't film. I wouldn't say Salt Lake is like a destination I would come back to just to shop. It also makes me appreciate where I live more because I feel like I'm kind of spoiled. I'm so used to, like, when I go thrifting or when I go to the bins, finding really good stuff, a lot of high-end brands. And then when I travel to other places and it's not like that, it makes me realize, because to me that just feels like the norm, you know? I go thrifting and I find some good things that I can flip for $40, $50, $60, $70, but I don't find that to be the case. Or it's a little more challenging, I should say, to find those pieces when I travel to different parts of the country. So yeah, it hasn't been that great, friends. It will be a struggle. I told you one of my goals on this trip was to try to buy enough inventory to cover at least some of the costs of this trip, whether that be the rental car, the hotel. It's definitely not, I'm not going to make enough profit, I don't think, to cover this rental. The rental, you guys, I guess because it's President's Day, I have no idea. This little rental car for 3 days was $700. Don't understand it. And then when I check like the following week, it goes down to like $300. So the rental was very expensive. But yeah, it's just, if any of you live out here, I'm really curious to know where you get your stuff, or do you just go frequently and hit up different spots? And of course, you guys, keep in mind, I've only been here 3 days. I haven't been to all the thrift stores, all the stores. I'm just telling you my judgment based on where I've been. I really did want to go to the Desert Industries thrift store, but their hours are kind of weird this weekend because there's a holiday. So I don't even think they're open today, and I don't think they're open on President's Day. I know Hustle at Home Mom, who's a really popular reselling YouTuber, lives here, and I know she does really well, and she loves to do like yard sales and things like that. So maybe that's the move here. I don't know. I think if I were to live here though, I would have to do like liquidation or something, or what she does, like yard sales and things like that. But I'm gonna go to Savers. That's gonna be a separate video. Oh, I didn't even tell you. I got one thing in there. One thing, it is a, well, I can show you. I'm actually not going to sell it. I think I showed it to you when I was in the store. This is one of my favorite, like, skincare, not even skincare, body care brands. I know they make skincare, but I love Rituals. I love the scent of their products. And then, I probably told you this, but, like, retail for this body wash, I think is like 25 or 30 bucks. I paid $6. This is coming home with moi. I'm going to use this myself because I love this brand. And then I also got Zane some socks, which he's looking at me like, are you talking about me? Some socks because he needed socks. I didn't get anything to resell. That Ross was a mess. The TJ Maxx was way better. Organized, had a ton of stock of stuff. Just not a lot of stuff for me to resell. But this place, man, even if you're shopping for yourself, they're struggling to, like, they just don't have much. So yep, I'm gonna keep hope alive, friends. I am going to Savers, I told you right now, and then tomorrow we leave. Our flight leaves early evening. I'm gonna try to go to the bins at least for an hour, and I'll just keep you posted. Subscribe, you guys. I always tell you I keep it real with you. Good, bad, and everything in between. All right, I'm gonna go. Ciao.